It didn't start off as a championship-type season for Andrean, mainly because of a character-building tough schedule to begin the season. But after an 0-2 start, the 59ers, thanks to the maturation of quarterback Scott Valentine and a team-first mindset, find themselves one win away from the Northwest Crossroads Conference Championship. Standing in the way is a Friday night matchup at Lowell.
First off, we want to thank you because our last few games of the week weren't quite entertaining. You and Hobart 2 or 3 weeks ago, pretty entertaining.
Yeah, it was, in terms of high school finishes, probably doesn't get much better than that. I wasn't expecting that ending with about 6 minutes to go in the game. But, got to give Hobart a lot of credit for making that comeback. And then, what a cool way to finish a game, especially for our senior kicker, Nico Tovar.
We mentioned Tovar, and here's the funny thing about, and I shouldn't say funny, but the very impressive part about your football team. You've got a kid that Division I schools are clamoring for. And yet every time you pick up the paper, there's always another 59er outside of him who's been a hero for you this season. What does that say about your football team?
Whatever year it is, whatever team we have, that it's the collective group. While we've certainly been blessed with, talented individuals, football is the ultimate team sport. And so, obviously Drake's having a great year and he's a super talented individual and we're lucky to have him. But, it's more than just him, right? It's a team. So, and we got a lot of skilled players. We got a lot of talented players. We got a lot of seniors who have been 3-year starters. So, yeah, I think that just kind of speaks to, the collective unit and what we try to do here as a program, that it's not about one or two individuals, that it's about development of everybody. And it's about, if you're talented enough to play, if you're hardworking enough to play, it doesn't matter if you're a freshman or senior, we're going to find a place for you to play on the field. And when you're given those opportunities, hopefully you make the best of them.
And of course, all this rolls into your final game of which you could win the conference championship, being unbeaten against a very tough Lowell team.
Yeah, Lowell's good, obviously, for a conference championship. So that's always cool that the last game of the year comes down to a conference championship. We're going down there, so we know the Inferno is going to be rocking. They're always tough. They're coached well. They play hard. So it's going to be a fun game to be a part of. We're excited for the atmosphere, especially as we get into playoffs. I'd imagine it's going to be a playoff-like atmosphere. So we're looking forward to it.
Good luck on Friday.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Lowell also had a tough start to their season. A knee injury to running back Joe Hewer was a major reason why the Big Red got off to a 3-3 start this year. But Hewer's return, along with the development of quarterback Riley Bank, has put Lowell in position to gain a tie for the conference championship. Finishing the regular season comeback won't be easy, with Andrean coming to town tomorrow night, looking to win the conference outright with a W.
And Coach, you said that there might be rain come Friday, so it's not a bad idea to practice indoors today, right?
You got to get something done. And right now we're on a lightning alert, so we're stuck inside. So we'll just switch our Thursday and Wednesday practice plans around, and we'll go out and do our Wednesday practice tomorrow.
You got off to a slow start this season, which ironically so did Andrean, but both of you guys have bounced back.
That's part of it. Our goal always is to be playing the best we can come week 9, week 10 playoff season, and we always get to finish it with a great battle with Andrean. And for us, we managed through the season, and we have a chance to get a share of some hardware tomorrow night, and that's exactly what we wanted to do at the beginning of the year.
Let's talk about your running back who's a senior. It's almost like he's been there forever, but this is his last go-round for a sectional championship.
Joey's, he's pretty good. He's not your typical Lowell back, lining it up behind a fullback and running downhill, but he runs our offense well. He understands it well. He gets that extra yard for a little guy. He's the heart and soul of this offense right now, and we're going to put the ball in his hands and see how far he can carry us.
And ironically, you, just like a lot of other teams in Northwest Indiana, leaning on an underclassman quarterback, and it's working out very well for you so far.
Yeah, we had a nice battle this offseason between a senior and a junior. We went with the junior because we'll have 2 years for him. He gives us another dimension, It's somebody else the defense has to worry about. He's got about 700 yards rushing, 400 yards passing. We could probably throw the ball a little bit more with him if we wanted to, but, that's not our style. We want to ground and pound, and it's nice to have a quarterback back there that wants to run the ball like a tailback.
Now, you mentioned the ground and pound. How does that work out with the rain coming up on Friday?
We'll see. Everybody says, Lowell loves, their mutters, but listen, all it does is make it tougher up front for the D-line and the O-line combined. So it's going to come down to who can get the edge and who can get a little bit of a push. But it's going to come down to taking care of the ball. Tommy, it's going to come down to who's not going to make any mistakes and who wants it more.
Thanks for the time.
Thanks, Tommy. Thanks for coming out.
What we have coming up tomorrow, guys, are a couple of resilient football teams that went off to slow starts this year. Andrean lost 2 of their first 3. Lowell lost 3 of their first 5. And yet, both teams have bounced back to play for a conference championship. Should be a fun football game, and if indeed it rains, get ready for a whole lot of running for both football teams. Therefore, Joe and Wayne, who you got?